Hi, this is Larry. I'm coming at you from Weatherford, Texas. I'm going to do a pay dirt review from KleshGold.com. I've done several of his bags before. Um, Very impressed by uh, the quality of everything, the bags, the packaging, the gold, of course. Your return of investment was, you know, spot on to what he says in all of his guaranteed bags. The reason I'm doing this is he has a challenge, and that is to get people to view your review on his. So he sends this with every order, I guess. So I'd like to at least get 101 views, so I get 15% off on my next bag. We don't have very much gold down here in Texas, but what you do find is pretty small. What I did order was, I got one bag. That was the last one that they had, and said that they sold out of the gold strike pay dirt, and it's guaranteed a half a gram. See that right there, guaranteed. And as Shane says in all of his videos, it's very important that you get a guarantee. And I went on ahead and got 4 of these experts. And the process, one, you're going to have some jet dry for your water whenever you get ready. You need a couple of gold pans and some place to put your magnetics. You're going to need a kitchen-sized strainer, some type of magnet to get the magnetics out. I picked this up at someplace there in Colorado whenever I was going through. It's some kind of a pin, so looks like I might try it. You might need these strainers, classifiers, all different kinds of meshes. Goes anywhere from 10 mesh all the way up to 60. Then of course you're going to need some tweezers to pick out any pickers, possible pickers, a snuffer bottle, some funnels, a vial to keep your gold in, a paintbrush, something to dry your gold, and of course a scale. So this gold that I have here is some that I have purchased in the past from Shane and at KleshGold.com. Looks like I'm having some problems getting it in there, but I probably have about 5 grams in there, I think, is what I did. Between him and I also got some pay dirt from Crescent Mine, and I think they're out of Georgia. But that's what I've gathered so far. Good looking stuff. You know, some real finds in there too. It's not going to pick that up in there as well. Of course, those are at the bottom. But what we're going to do is, I'm going to get back over here to the pay dirt. I'm going to set this one aside, the gold strike, for now. We're just going to pick out one of these. Let's go with this one back here. And we'll set these others aside. And I have future plans to try and combine all of these along with what I get out of this, and I weigh it all up. And I'm going to combine it to with some material that I have outside. A lot of small cobbles. Oh, shout out to you there, Mr. Flower Gold Wizard. Yeah. So my plan is to maybe mix all that gold up in with some small cobbles that I have and run it through my gold cube trommel. So I have probably, I don't know, probably 3 or 4 pounds, a couple of 3 pounds of cobbles and stuff outside that I've done. And what this does is it'll you pour your material in here, and then you have a small trommel, which this will turn, and it'll sit there. All your smalls will run through these small holes, and all your bigs come out on this tray and go down. And all your material floats across the gold cube from one side to the other, and then they have a drop box right down in here for catching nuggets. And it pops up out of there and runs down here, and then does the same thing. And it just goes back and forth until it dumps out here. So if y'all want to see that, leave something in the comments. Also, I have the spiral wheel. I'm planning on doing the same thing with that, getting it down to a certain mesh screening and running through that, and then possibly even do the blue bolt. So I have several things at my arsenal. I also have the A52, I think it's A52 super sluice, or maybe it's A51, I don't remember. So, and I also have the Gold Bug 2 metal detector. So I have a lot going on that I can play around with. So let's open this up and get busy. I'll show you the process that Shane does, and I think it's an excellent way to do it. Okay, so first process, of course, is opening up the bag. And what I want to do here is try to get this bag opened up. Hard to do without fingernails. And he's got this thing sealed. So not only is it sealed this way, he also has a Ziploc down there. So I really like that. So first, opening it up, and I hope you can see inside there. Doesn't look like you can, but there's already some gems showing up. It's looking pretty good. Wow. So I'm gonna go ahead and run this through the kitchen strainer first, in this first bowl. Just dump it all out inside the strainer. Make sure you tap on this bag really good. And then double check on the inside. Shane always says to put water in it, but we're not gonna mess with that right now. That way you get everything out. So I'm gonna see if I can show you all this up close. So all I'm doing is shaking this out. This kitchen strainer. Yeah, the lighting kind of sucks. So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to pour this out into everything kitchen strainer size plus into here. I'm just going to kind of look around a little bit, see what we can see. You want to? So already you can see, look at that. That's pretty. I don't know what the hell it is. That's just shiny, pretty. My grandkids will love that. Ooh, and another one. It's got a lot more blue in it. A lot more blue. And on these paper dirt bags, what Shane does is on some of them, that's pretty, some kind of crystal. He puts a lot of, or not a lot, but he'll put, you'll get extra pay dirt, or not pay dirt, extra gold in bonus bags. So you really got to pay attention. Now hold it. We just found our first piece of gold in the plus. Look at that. I don't know if it's focusing or not. It doesn't look like it. There it is. That's in the plus kitchen size. Now these bags cost me $50 a piece, so typically whenever on a half a gram on right now it's going for about what, $32, something like that. It's about $62 a gram. So I'm gonna put this inside this little piece right there. I don't know if y'all can see it any better or worse. Anyway, now I'm just going to dig around this a little bit more, see if I can see anything, see any more. And I will pan this out later, but for now I just want to check around and see if I see anything just sticking out at me. Oh, there's another one right there. Little bitty thing, but it didn't make it through that strainer, did it? I'll take it. Thank you, Shane. I think I see another one. I sure do. Man, that's almost like a BB. Look at that thing. It's like a BB. Wow. Sorry if this thing's not focusing quick enough. I'm just doing it on my iPhone. And the noise that you hear in the background is my AC unit out here in the garage. There's 100, well, we had a cold front come through and it got down to 101 today. So look at there, I found another one. There she is. Man, that gold just pops out. That stuff is so shiny. Alright. Calling it quits right there on that for now. So we got four pieces out of the, man, that's like a freaking BB just rolling around there. I hadn't seen one like that. So there are the four pieces out of the plus strainer. Not bad at all. Okay, so now we set your strainer aside, you take your magnet, you get all that material down there in the bottom of your pan by tapping around. You just take your magnet, go around in circles, drop it, and do it again. And here's what you get. And you just release it inside. Never throw away your magnetics. You always want to pan it out as well because gold can stick to it as well. A lot of magnetics in the smaller stuff. Drop. And like I said, I'm moving the dirt around a little bit and then dropping it down and picking it back up. That way you have the least chance of gold sticking to your magnetics. And I'll just shake her around a little bit. Do it one more time. Not very much at all. A little bit of magnetics is fine. There's how much magnetics came out of that one bag. So that's quite a bit. And magnetics are a lot heavier to pan through. So it just makes it easier on you in the long run. Very, very important tool. So, all right, I'm gonna get the pan ready and we'll see what happens as far as panning some of this stuff out. Alright, we're going to try to see if we can't pan this stuff. Let's keep the camera moved over just a little bit. And the first thing I'm going to do is put some jet dry in there. Okay? I have very little in this one. I think it'll be enough though. Oh yeah, plenty. What that does is it breaks the surface tension of the water and keeps those real fine gold flakes or gold particles from floating and getting out of your pan. So it makes it where it submerges down. So here are my ripples. I got a smooth side as well. This is the Plus Kitchen strainer size. I'm just going to get it up in here, get to shaking it. You want to get that sucker going like no other. And real easy to start getting those heavies off. Some of these bigger pieces you can pick off, like that pretty, whatever it is. You know that's not gold. I wish that one was. That looks like fool's gold. So I'm just picking off some of these bigger pieces and then putting her right back in there and just shaking her, getting it agitated. Kind of way I get my wife sometimes. Just pull her right off. It is nice and slow and easy. Don't get no freaking hurry. And once you pull it back a little bit, do the same thing. I see a bunch of big ones. I just want to get those off. And we'll do it again. One thing you have to have is a lot of patience. Don't get in no hurry. And always watch. Let's see. Always watch while you're washing this off real slow, like this. Always watch this part and make sure you're not washing off any gold, pushing any gold off. I have done it. I've seen me do it quite a bit. So do this one more time and then I'm just going to roll it back. Let's see how this is going to work. Just going to roll it back. Oh, Larry. That's what I just told y'all not to do. So nice and slow. Don't get no hurry. Just bring it on down. Probably need a little bit more water. And like I said, this stuff will show up. You'll see it spot the freak on. I'm not seeing anything. I'm seeing some fool's gold, whatever that's called, calcite, but it's gone. So this is where, because this is the expert, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna dump all this in. What the expert means is that you better be good at panning. So the number one thing you want to do is get your material wet. We're not going to do it all at one time. We're just going to do it in like little teaspoonfuls at a time. See all those organics in the water? That just means it hasn't been washed yet, which that's fine. That's fine by me. Doesn't need to be washed. I just poured a little bit of that off. Make sure nothing's floating. Keep pouring it off. And now, take a teaspoon. I'm going to get 1 teaspoon and put it in our green one, gold pan. Now we're going to use these smaller riffles on this side. See the big riffles over here? That's for the bigger gold. If you're expecting pickers and stuff, this is for your finer material. And then when you really get down to it, you can just do the smooth side right here. That's what I like about these. So let's see what 1 teaspoon. So we're going to agitate it. Just get it going. I mean, get that material. The more you shake, that gold will go down to the bottom. Your heavies will go down to the bottom. Your lighter material will come up to the top. And I'm just looking right all up in here. I'm not trying to look back here. I'm just watching right in here each time I sit there and do this. I'm just trying to get that lighter material off. Not going too fast, just keep working myself back. And I turn around, pull it back, do it all again. Working there, so we'll keep going. I'll show you something. Right back here, we're starting to get a line of black sand. So when you start seeing that coming up in this area, that's when you want to stop and start rolling it back, checking your pan, checking for gold. You don't want that black sand going out. That black sand has gold in it almost every time. As you notice, I'm not putting the whole pan down in the water. I'm just keeping it right here at the edge. I see black sand coming up right there, so I'm gonna try rolling the back a little bit. I might still have some blondes. And what we call blondes is the sand. the lighter material. So pulled that back. There's a little bit of black sand in there, but not the heavier. So I'm gonna wash that off on the back across this smooth side, just so I can make sure I'm not losing any gold. And if you're old like me, you better have some glasses. This is some fine material. Okay, that looks good. I'm going to do that again. I'm going to tap her up. What that does, it helps the heavies sink to the bottom and climb up to this ridge line right here on that side of it. So, let's see what I got. Hot dog. So I'm just bringing her back just a little bit at a time. So right there, I have like 6 colors, 5 colors. Let's see if you can see that. Five decent colors. Yeah, this thing's not going to focus for me. So, 5 colors in 1 teaspoon. Not too bad. So now I get my snuffer bottle. And we put a little water in there. I'm gonna go ahead and get the black sands and along with the gold. We'll do a final cleanup later. So the gold's in the bottle, that's all I care about. Just do one more real quick look-see, make sure you didn't miss any. That looks good. Looks good. So, that probably took what? About 6 minutes, or something like that, 5 minutes. And I still have all that material to go. So I'm not gonna bore y'all with doing every bit of it, because I'm gonna be panning this out slow. And I'll get back with you once I get everything in the snuffer bottle. So I put 2 teaspoons in this one, in the very next one, and I just had to show y'all what came out of this. It's crazy. Trying to keep my pan a little bit more level, keep from washing that gold down. Oh, that didn't work. Got some over here. That's not a piece of gold, it's a rock. Look at all that gold. Wow. See how I'm still washing it down? So I think the best thing for me to do right now is get my snuffer bottle always squirt it out up here, pinch it, and then release and suck it. So a lot of them have that tip on it. Do you see that where it's angled? That's the best way. You put that down along the bottom. I always tap it on the table in case there's anything left in the tube whenever I go to push it out. And just keep everything under the water. Yummy. Anyway, there's quite a bit of gold in there. Okay, I just wanted to show y'all what I almost did. Can you see it? I was washing out the blondes, and right there, I almost washed a piece out. That's why it's real important that you watch all of this surface area. As soon as you see, if you see that or a bunch of black sand, you automatically stop and pull back and re-stratify. Okay, all right, this is the last of the pay dirt. Let's see about rolling it back, see what we got. Let's tap it up to the top a little bit. Oh my goodness. Heck yeah, y'all see that up in that top left corner? Whoops, a little fast there, Larry. See how I tapped it and it's kind of trying to climb up? That's what you want. You screw up and go a little too fast with it. Wow, look at all that gold. That is looking good. So what I do, just to make it easier on me, like I was saying, I go ahead and get the sand, black sand and the gold for now. Then I'll do a final cleanup. I just want the gold out of the pan into my snuffer bottle. This ain't working out too well. Come on, Bubbles. Alright, so one thing I am going to do, oh, by the way, this is, shit, I can't read that. It's 152.8 or something like that. 1528. Yeah, 1528 bag number. One thing I am going to do is I'm going to open this up a little bit, dump it in this water, swish it around, pour it off into my pan, and then kind of do a quick scan of it just to see if anything got stuck in the bag, which is very, very possible, but not today. I don't see nada. So the next thing I'm going to do is go ahead and these are my magnetics. Remember we talked about those earlier? I just want to double check. So get that material wet. See how heavy it is? It doesn't want to come off there. I'm just going to swirl it back. It does not want to move. kind of like one thing I will advise people on. Gold, Klesh Gold, he's got this Impossible. And he said one time he does not recommend it. Neither do I. I bought a bag of that and it had that ginseng or whatever it is. I don't know what the hell they call it, but man, it is like gunpowder. I couldn't get it out of my gold pans. I had to wash them like 4 times to get all that gray, light gray material out. Just stuck to my pan like crazy. And I swore I'd never buy another bag of that. That was a learning lesson. Thanks, Klesh. So, this seems to be coming off on the smooth side a little easier. I'm trying to go over those small ripples. And you always want to try to remove your magnetics while your material is dry, just FYI. If not, it will make clumps if it is wet, and it's going to be hard to, it just increases your chances of pulling gold out with the magnetics. That's what I've been told, so that's what I do. Try pulling this back. Trying to do all this one-handed. I'm not seeing a dot. Nothing. Nope. So good job, magnet. Alright, next step. I have all the gold in here other than those 4 pieces. You probably can't see hardly anything, but it's down there along with the black sand. So now I'm gonna do a final cleanup and get all the black sand I can out of it before I heat it up and dry it up to weigh it. So I'll be back. Alright, I've got it cleaned up about as good as I can. You can see some of it there, sort of. But we're fixing to empty this sucker out. First thing I always do is I take this, tap it in the bottom of the frying pan just to make sure nothing comes out, and it didn't. Then I cover the top, turn it upside down, give it a little shake, and remove. And then get just a little bit more water, slosh it around, pour it in there. I do still have quite a few black sands. I'm not that great at it's Impossible. It's hard. I did it, I panned it back probably 6-7 times, and then I even tried taking the black sands out. Klesh had a video that, or Shane had a video that where it gets to a point sometimes when you take the black sands away from the gold, it's easier than getting the gold out of the black sands. So once you get down to a certain point, but I'm gonna call that good. So let me go dry it up and we'll get to weighing. Thanks. Okay, here's what we got out of our fines. The minus kitchen strainer. Looks like a nice bit of gold. I'm happy with it. And then we turn around and add in our 4 pieces that are plus kitchen strainer. So not too bad of a haul, I don't think. Zoom in a little bit for you. Good looking pieces. So we are guaranteed a 1/2 gram. So let's bring our scale over here, and we'll put our little plastic piece on there. We'll fire it up. And we'll begin to pour. Hope I pour it in the right spot. Looks like everything. Oh, missed a piece right there. That's alright. That's a little bitty piece. Got two pieces. Where are my tweezers at? See there? See that little bitty piece right there? Let's see if I can do this. Ain't no way. A little bitty flake, and then I got a little bitty flake over here. 2 or 3 of them. So I kind of suck at that too. So I'm getting better. So grand total 0.63. So I'm 0.13 over. So that's not bad. That is the Expert Gold Paved Dirt from Klesh Gold.com. Tell you what, I'm gonna look this up on Gold Calc and oh, wait a minute, what the heck happened there? 0.66. That's even better, isn't it? Hell, 0.67. Let's do that again. Shit, 0.65. We'll call it there. And let's go to Gold Calc and see what that goes for today. Okay, we're at goldcalc.com. I'm gonna go 0.65 grams. The purity, he says he'll buy it, or it's worth 24 karat because it's natural placer gold. And calculate. So we got $40.08. So only cost me $10. Okay, there's what 0.65 grams Klesh Gold Pay Dirt Expert, which I am not, but anyway, looks pretty good in the vial. So these are my cons. So let me know in the comments if you want me to go ahead and process down to see how much gold, if I missed any, by running it through either the spiral wheel or the blue bowl. And then also let me know if you want me to combine all of these into some more material and run it through Big Daddy here. It's a pretty awesome setup. Here, let me plug it in. I'll show you how it works. The water comes out here. Put the material in here. Goes right in through the chute there. Like I said, your trommel's rolling. Plenty of water coming in from the jet up here. Washing all your rocks. All your tailings come out here. Come down there. Drop. The smaller stuff has to drop down right here out of that 1/8" punch plate on the trommel. Come through this slick plate, come down, and then it drops down, then comes back up, and then goes over this matting. That's just their regular gold cube matting. I haven't changed anything. Every time I've used this sucker, it's done awesome for me. So, and then what I'll do is I'll have a catch pan right here in the water, so it catches all my material, and I can check it for if I've lost any gold. That rarely happens. So Anyway, hope you enjoyed the video, and like and subscribe, and let me know, like I said, in the comments if you want me to try to do any of this stuff. Thanks, and y'all have a good day.